Vasantha, just want to thank you for all what you have done for the sector, for VTOLs, Walkers VTOLs, and also for being there for all of us. And I personally learned my ABCs of tourism from you, and thank you for helping me, guiding me throughout my Walkers career. And just want to wish you all the best. We are going to miss you, but of course the legacy you leave behind is much greater, and we will all benefit out of it. And I'm sure that we will cross our paths, and I just want to wish you all the very best. And something that I want to tell you is that I will take your advice on more out of so many advices that you have given me. One for sure would be cleaning my desk, and I'm pretty sure that I will follow it. Vasantha, all the best to you, and may God bless you and keep you in good health, wealth, and happiness.
I had the great privilege and honor of working with this gentle giant in the travel and tourism industry. My first encounter with Vasantha was when I joined in 1990 as a junior executive. Though I did not work with Vasantha very closely at that time, due to my second spell, when I came back in 2007 after serving at Keels Transport and Vitol Voucher Travels. I had the opportunity of working with him very closely on the operations and on the sales and marketing side of it. I remember in China this year when we were together, and we went for a meeting and we had a briefing before the meeting because we went in for the meeting on the back foot. But he absorbed everything, and after the meeting we came out smiling, victorious. We had good times, we have bad times and tough times together. We have weathered many storms together. I remember some other incidents like the tsunami way back in 2004, then the airport attack in early 2000s. So all that we have come out very well together as a team, and considering all those facts, right, I have learned a lot from Vasantha over the years, and I would like to wish him all the very best and success in his future endeavors. And to the younger generation, right, and I can boldly say that Vasantha's character has been exceptional. He's one of the guys who had great humor, right? He was a great counselor, great advisor, genuine counselor, and he had a passion, a lovely smile on his face all the time, and he's one rare person who could be emulated by the younger generation. And I would like to wish Vasantha all the very best and all success in his future endeavors.
Hi Vasantha, I can't believe it's time for farewells. Well, I consider myself very privileged to have had the opportunity to have you as one of my bosses and leaders at the beginning of my career as well as the end of my career at both Walkers and Vitol Travels. Unfortunately, I don't have juicy stories on you with that era of your life being before I joined Walkers Tours, from what I heard from all your colleagues. You have been a very well-behaved gentleman and leader from the time I joined, and I'm told this is all after your marriage to Kumi, so congratulations Kumi. You also made sure that your sons went to the best school in Sri Lanka. Sorry Vasantha, I had to rub that in good Thomian spirit, but I'm sure you have no regrets whatsoever on that choice either. Vasantha was one of those great leaders and gurus I had. He's very passionate on the tourism and inbound travel industry, and you could see that in him day in, day out, and he's a master at his game. I consider myself very fortunate to have been able to travel with him on my very first flight out on a sales call to Japan, and he was always happy. You were always very happy to share your knowledge. You were absolutely proud to share your knowledge. Your teaching with a strategic mindset were indeed valuable. I must say I was one of those many beneficiaries. Also, a big thank you for the time spent in advising me not only on work but also on personal matters. You and Kumi treated me as well as many other teammates like your own and was always there to offer your advice. I wish you a very happy retirement from John Keys and Walker's Tours. Knowing Vasantha with his great planning, I'm sure he's got it all planned on what to do next in life. Kumi, you will now have to tolerate him for long hours in the house with his beloved iPad. Partner, so best of luck to you as well. Cheers and God blessing for a happy retirement.
First, being a PA was not something I had in mind, but here I am working for Vasantha for the last 7 years. It was tough at the beginning, but I learned how things are handled eventually. But it took some time though. Knowing boss, you know it's not easy. Also, to add on, I think the majority will agree that he remembers everything, and there were times that he had to remind what needs to be done. I think it's a privilege to work for him for all the guidance, exposure, and grooming. I wish him all the best in his future endeavors and a happy retirement. And something to add on, that he is truly a gentleman. Thank you.
මම මේ වෝකස්ටෝස් ආයතනයේ අවුරුදු 30ක් වෙනි ගත කාලයක් මම එතුමා යටතේ වැඩ කරනවා. මම දන්න විදියට මේ වෝකස්ටෝස් එකේ මොන ප්‍රශ්න ආවත් එතුමා නොසැලෙන ගමනක් ඉදිරියට ගෙනිච්චා. ඒ ගෙනිච්ච නිසා තමයි අපි මේ අද මේ යටතේ අදටත් අපි වැඩ කරන්නේ. අපේ දරුවෝ වුණත් අද මේ යම් කිසි මට්ටමක ඉන්නවා. එතුමා මේ විශ්වාස යන කාර්යයේ එතුමාට ලෙඩක් දුකක් නැතුව කරදරයක් නැතුව හොඳින් ඉන්න කියලා අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි මේ ලෝකේ පෙරලගෙන එනවා කිව්වත් එතුමා කිසිම දෙයකට සැලෙන්නේ නැතුව ඉදිරියට යයි.
Leelananda, thank you so much for all your hard work with Walker's Tours in the last 40 years. You are definitely a legend in our industry, and I will never forget the impact that you've had on my career. Thank you so much for inspiring me in so many ways. My fondest memories of you will be our trips, our sales visits in the UK, many train rides, and all those businesses that we want together. Happy and pleasant memories.
Yes, I agree with Kishan. Thank you very much for the guidance and your experience that you shared amongst most of the people with Walker's Tours. I wish you all the very best and hope to see you very soon. Thank you.
Hi VL, known you over 35 years, almost a lifetime. I remember the good times and the bad times we have shared during this period. Back in the days at Walker's Tours, the parties and the trips that were organized at the drop of the hat, the long nights we have had with a lot of booze, and also the tough operating conditions we have had during the JVP as well as the LTT times. I would say the best time that I have had during my work experience was at Walker's Tours at the time when you were MD and I was playing de facto number 2 to you. Good times. And with the change of my career into hotels, I appreciate your friendship and the support you've always given me. You're taking a big change in life with retirement, and I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best to spend more quality time with Kumi, the kids and the grandkids. I know Nalaka is still worried that you will soon become one of his main competitors. Anyway, once again, good luck and all the very best to you.
It is sad that Vasantha is retiring from JKH Group and Walker's Tours end of this month. Walker's Tours is one of the most prestigious business units, and Vasantha would be remembered as one of the most prominent CEOs ever served the company and industry. I know Vasantha's capabilities since I was privileged to work with him closely for the last 12 years. He's a visionary leader and a true JKH employee, and his integrity was never questionable. He was one of the people who stood by the company and the group when his own staff were taking business off the company. He was an expert in building relationships with operators, agents, clients, and other stakeholders, which made him a marvel in the industry. Vasantha faced many challenges as a CEO, especially when it was called a sunset industry. He worked tirelessly with the team and he turned around the company and proved it's a myth. So Vasantha, big thank you for the support extended to me and the entire finance team during my tenure at JKH. I hope retiring from JKH is only one milestone in your life, and I hope you would think beyond JKH and achieve many more milestones in years to come. I sincerely look forward, Vasantha, working with you in the future, since the country needs experts like you. I wish all the very best for your future endeavors, and may God bless you and your family. Thank you.
When I joined Walkers Tours a little more than 38, almost 39 years ago, Vasantha was one of the glory boys because he was a charter boy, as we used to call him. He was in charge of hotel plan. 250 people come every week in and week out, and he used to run it with a couple of lovely ladies. Over the years, he moved into FITs, and he was the first to get married. So in a sense, he had to contend with all of us as an adopted family. We were all involved in the birth of his son, or in their wedding. We destroyed their wedding, and in the birth of his son, he was the first kid. And then he grew, and one of the things about Vasantha was that he never got angry. And I think that hasn't changed now. I haven't seen him angry. In his salad days, he was very different to what he is now. A few like Vasantha and Sunimal and Johan will know the Dettol story, which is one among many others. I think Kumi is going to ask him about that. So I really like between the two of them, they made a glorious family. They had a fantastic career, both of them. And I'd like to wish both Kumi and Vasantha all the very best in retirement, and many more blessings in the form of much more grandchildren. Thanks.
Hi there. Nice to be able to speak a few words to you guys who are meeting to say goodbye to Vasantha Leelananda, who I have known for a long, long time at Walkers Tours, of course. And whilst I wish all of you a very good evening at this function, not only I'm told he was always a very good and dedicated person at the John Keels Group and at Walkers Tours. And I'm very sorry that he's leaving or retiring from John Keels, but I suppose he has to leave space for the younger generation to come up. So I'm pleased to be able to speak a few words and to wish Vasantha and his wife Kumi, who I remember in my time, it was during that time that Vasantha was able to board a leg break and get hold of Kumi, who was also very, very nice and a very dedicated worker at Walkers Tours. So I have been told by the organizers of this event not to make a long speech, which is fine by me. So once again, my grateful thanks, and I'm sure my co-directors of that time at Walkers Tours will agree with me to wish both Vasantha and Kumi, happy retirement. I know that Vasantha, as I said earlier, is retiring because he has reached the age of 60, but Kumi, I think, is only about 25, and she has many more years to go. But to both of them, my best wishes, and I hope to keep in touch with them in the future too. Enjoy your Vasantha, enjoy your retirement. You are always a very smart guy, speaking well, writing well, and very dedicated. So continue in that spirit, and only knows what luxury tourists do in Sri Lanka. Unlike during my time when there were no luxury tourists who came to Sri Lanka. Anyway, Vasantha has mastered that too. And so all the best to all of you. And as I've often said, my spell at Walker's Tours in the midst of a long tenure in John Keel's group, the best part of it was with Walker's Tours. I thoroughly enjoyed it because the staff was so nice and cooperative, and we had a great time. The important thing is not only to work but also to have a great time. So all the best to all of you, and have a bang. All the best.
Thank you, Vasantha, for all your guidance. We will miss you the coming years, and it was very important for all our successes in our department. Thanks once again. We will miss you.
Hi Vasantha, it was great to work with you. The most important thing is you were simple, and when it comes to a leader, you were firm and fair. Thank you.
Ms. Leelananda, it was a great experience itself working with you. The time that we had learning and you spoon feeding us was amazing. Thank you very much on behalf of Walker's Tours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leelananda, for your contribution to the organization as well as to the industry. Both the organization and industry will definitely miss you.
It has been a pleasure working with you, Vasantha. Thank you very much for everything.
It's been great privilege, Vasantha, to have worked for you and with you. And it has been a great experience as well. I'm going to really miss you, and all the very best to you.
Wish you all the best, Vasantha, in your next phase. Good luck.
I think the finance team has been very fortunate to have had a great boss like you who have always been supporting the finance team. So we wish you all the very best, and may God bless you.
Hi Vasantha, you're someone who has always taught us to be well prepared. No matter how much we prepare for a presentation, you will always find something that we don't have the information for. So thank you for that, because that has made us make sure that we prepare even better than we thought we were prepared.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question. Unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.